wind was picking up a little bit.
So I was that's as my dad was probably, you probably heard him saying, working the problem. Because when you're flying, if there's a problem or if there's wind, you kind of have to get to the ground as quickly as you can, even though it may be really difficult. And when I got into the air, the wind picked up, but it continued picking up, and I could really feel it up there. So I think that's the windiest I've ever landed. And also my landing wasn't even that bad. It was really smooth too. So it was just like a challenge overall to get on the ground without maybe plopping the airplane down too hard.
And you talked a little bit about this as, you know, when you're up in the air, it's independence, you know, that can only help you so much. So what was that kind of like for you?
So yeah, so I knew it's sometimes when, you know how sometimes your parents will, or if you're doing something, you know, your parents will be there and it'll be all okay. Like if you go hiking and you know you're gonna get to the top of that mountain because your parents are gonna keep pushing you. But the only thing my dad can do is brace me or inform me, like how he said, oh, it's gonna get pretty bumpy once you cross those trees, or so it's something where as he had to stay calm, I had to stay calm and just get my way down to the ground, because I was the only one who could do anything about it.
Absolutely. You could just get out on, or, you know, however you'll get out, and we'll get to the middle.
Do you want to push it?
You want to take pictures of her there? Or?
Yes, I was actually going to go out for a photo.
Yeah, so just hang out there.
I don't know how to pose.
Smile over.
That was a really good landing. You know, that was like, you were working it hard, you know?
Like, it was pretty rough.
Yeah, I know. I was like, well, let's see how this turns out. I hope they don't get the wrong thing on the camera, you know?
I mean, I knew I was gonna get to the ground some way or another. I bet you were praying for not another bent landing gear.
Yeah, I didn't want to have to fix anything else.
Alrighty, I think we're good.
Alright,
But like my landing was so smooth. Like,
it was pretty good.
Are y'all pulling it in? Like, are y'all
We can leave it right here if you want to interview me before it can start.
Yeah.
We have maybe 30, 40 minutes before the sun is active.
Yeah, we'll knock this out quick. So, we'll be good. I think I'm going to have you actually on this side, just because she was on the other side. So, we'll have it more towards this area, and I'll have you kind of looking towards the other area. I'm just going to grab mine.
Here's this.
so that was good. I need to turn off the
It was fantastic.
turn that off.
It was fantastic, Alina.
It was good for news show.
Because, I mean, man, it was like, I remember when I first came in, when I took this off, I didn't even think about the weather. You know, because normally when I take off, it has to be like a freaking hurricane for me to worry about it. But when I took off before Henry flew it, I was like, holy moly. And I was like 20 knots, and I was like, you know, I was working it hard to get it down, you know, and it was,
Pretty windy.
yeah, and it was like, I was like, oh, it's like 5 miles an hour. Oh, now it's about 10 miles an hour. Oh, now it's about 15 miles an hour. But fortunately, it was coming mainly from.
Well, this one was kind of crossed. So
Yeah,
like,
it was mainly
when I was
coming
coming
across
in, I was
the
facing that
runway,
way.
you know.
So when I was coming, I was facing that way. So when I came down below the trees, I was like a little sideways.
Yeah, but you kept on working it, and that's what I like. And you kept your head on your shoulders. So
What about